So you're doing work for a prime, and there's issues with payment, or there's issues with the safety of the area, or I guess in this case there's a roof leak, and you're painting, and the roof's leaking.
Well, the main problem with me is that the primary with the requisitions, he's playing with the requisitions, and he's changing the numbers, and I put in for a change order. When I put in for the change order, it deducted from the main price of the contract. He didn't do nothing with the change order. He just let it sit there, and the more I complained about it, the more he did nothing. Then he went in 2 months later and started deducting the money, stating that he paid it, but he never paid that change order. It's a real mess.
Right. You've got a couple of options. From the sounds of it, he's playing on you not knowing what to do. So he's right. Benefiting on that because you don't know what to do at this point. He's praying that you don't figure it out, and either you go away or you just agree to it and don't fight it.
Right. That's what he's doing.
Okay. You've got a couple of options. Option number one is to call his bluff and bluff him back. You would have to document everything that's going on, put it in writing, and then you're going to take that and you're going to present it to him and say, okay, this is the problem. This is the solution. This is what I need to be paid. This is what needs to be fixed, blah, blah, blah. If we can't work this out between the two of us personally, man to man, and do it like professionals, then you leave me no choice but to go to the Government Accountability Office, the GAO. And GAO, the website is gao.gov. It's called the Government Accountability Office.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. If we're going to go this route, we're going to play on his ignorance as well, that he doesn't know any better, because the GAO is primarily for when the government is doing something wrong, not for when contractors are doing something wrong. Okay? The GAO is how the government makes sure that the government is staying accountable. So that's the Government Accountability Office, gao.gov.
Right.
Now, he may not know this. This might not be his first rodeo, though. He may know this. He may have been doing this to people for years and just getting away with it because it's a loophole. All right? But most people, when I suggest to take that approach, the situation resolves itself immediately, because they don't want the GAO doing an investigation on a government contract. See, now that they do. So if a vendor is cheating or robbing the government or bending the rules, and the GAO does an investigation, then they might figure out what that vendor is doing wrong. And that is part of what the GAO does.
See, the rumor is on the job, the other subs are talking now. And he's doing it to all of them. He's not paying when he's supposed to pay. He's not playing fair.
Right. Well, I would make that part of your ammunition, that I've talked to a couple of other subs and they're having some of the same issues. So if we can't come to an agreement on a gentleman's terms, then myself and these other subs, you're going to leave us no choice. We're going to have to go to the GAO and have an investigation.
All right.
And that might be enough to scare him to, start doing the right thing just so he can stay out of trouble.
All right. All right.
Right? So that's step number one. Yep. Step number two would be to actually go in and go to the GAO, call them or email them and request or submit a complaint.
All right. Because what it is that by me being new at this, they're running with it and they're taking it too far.
Right.
You know, I did another job for them in another base. I sent them over agreement to hang the drywall and tape it. I gave them a price. What they decided to do when they sent over a contract, I shot out to do the work, thinking that they're straightforward. Well, when we get there to start working, they have installation, fire caulking, and soundproof caulking there.
You were
So
just
me
supposed
being
to
a
tape
team
and float.
player,
You were just supposed to tape and float.
that's right.
But now they're telling you it's
hang
fire
and tape.
rated, which means you have to.
Now they,
You have to. You can't have seams on top of seams.
no.
You got to have special
what they wanted,
caulking. Right.
right? What they wanted me to do was, they had 60 bags of installation there. They wanted us to put that in the walls and then hang the sheetrock. They wanted us to do a soundproof caulking and a fire caulking
Right.
afterwards. Then they turn around, and I did it because we traveled 3 hours to the job, 3.5 hours. We get there, we want to start working. We don't want to leave the job until we work this out.
Sure.
So I did it. Then I sent them a change order for the additives. Now it's breaking down to where I had the wrong guys on the job. They only had 30 bags of installation, not 60. It was a $17,000 bill. He got the bill down to $5,000. That's not fair. That's them taking advantage of my inexperience.
Exactly. Exactly. So
of dealing with them.
the other route you can take is to figure out who's the purchasing agent for the contract that he has, and contact the purchasing agent and explain to them, look, we're doing all that. We're all these subs. We're doing this work, and we're being cheated. You know,
right?
Or use that as part of your presentation to him. That look, if we can't come to an agreement and work this out on our own, like gentlemen, myself and the rest of these subcontractors are going to go to the GAO, and we're going to go directly to the purchasing agent on this and give them all the data.
Yeah, the other contractors don't really want to get involved. They're hoping and praying.
Right.
You know.
Right. But for now, what you're doing is you're calling his bluff with a whole nother bluff.
Right. Call him and just tell him. I'm going to email him.
You need to document everything first, though. Show him that you have it all in writing. Because just saying something,
I do.
You know, put it all in writing.
I have the requisitions that he put in, and it shows him deducting money that he shouldn't be deducting.
Right.
Like he paid it, and it never was paid.
Right.
Then he called himself taking it back, and it just vanishes, putting the money to sleep. You know.
Yeah.
And it's just rough, man. I shouldn't have to deal with this.
No, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Definitely put it in writing, and I would call his bluff.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, John. Thank you very much.
Not a problem. And if you want to put it in writing and send it to me first, let me look it over. By all means, you got it.
Okay, I'll do that.
You got it, man. I'm here. I'm on your team, right? So.
I know you are.
All right.
I'll send it to the email that you just sent me the invite from.
You got it, man.
All right. Thank you.
We'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.